Assalamu alaikum, everyone. It's a real pleasure being here today. It's quite an exciting topic to discuss today with very exciting and very knowledgeable speakers here today. So, Doctor, being attentive of the time, we're going to start with you. And the intersection of Gen AI with your specific field is quite a very interesting topic. I think we can speak about it for hours here in this session. But I'd start with one question, which is, in a future where AI can generate entire historical narratives or cultural artifacts, how should the National Archives distinguish and preserve the integrity of human versus AI-created content?
Mr. Hilal, thank you for the question, and again, thank you, Your Excellency, for hosting us today. If I would like to say, to start with a story, we used to say, when we generate information every day, it's very difficult to manage and decide the future of the data that we are creating on a daily basis. Yet the issue now and the challenge is that the machine, because of AI utilities and technologies, it's also creating a huge amount of data. So what do we need to do? And what is the controls that we need to keep in mind to control the way that we are generating information, preserving the information, and providing access to the generation, to decision makers, to everyone interested about learning the history of UAE, and also to make sure that we have, or we provide actually trusted information to our stakeholders. To be able to do that, we need to think about also how to implement the best records management in place. Because when we create data, we need to make sure that we preserve it in the right way, because all of those data will be also helping and supporting the AI utilities. So can you imagine if we feed those technologies with untrusted, not very accurate information, what would be the outcome? It would be a disaster, I believe. So we need to make sure also we need to help organizations to start thinking about implementing policies, procedures, to make sure we have authentic source of data. The other element is making sure that we have a proper metadata requirement. And when we talk about metadata, we are talking about data. So who created the data? Why we created this type of data? And when we created the data, we call it in our realm is the provenance, to make sure again that it is coming from a trusted organization, because again, if we imagine that we receive content from different parts of the government organizations and we store it, and maybe it's not trusted, maybe it's AI generated, without making sure again we preserve the identity of the creator. Reflecting on the topic of our discussion today about IP management, intellectual property, and copyright, we faced so many issues during the past years because we need a way to describe the authenticity of the creator and the link between the creator and the item or the record that we created. So we need to have some sort of framework to help us and enable us to provide trusted data to our stakeholders.
Thank you, Doctor. That's a very informative answer. Mr. Lee, quite a lot of questions and quite a lot of topics to be within your realm of specialty. So I'd start with that question. So as platforms like TikTok increasingly rely on generative AI for content moderation, creation, and personalization, how do you balance IP rights and with the rapid scale and complexity of user-generated AI?
Thank you. I think very good question. So I think before I elaborate this question, just want to give you guys a little bit background on who we are as ByPlus. I think maybe a lot of people, they don't know about us. But ByPlus is the technology arm of ByteDance Group. I think a lot of people know about TikTok. TikTok happened to be one of our key strategic app under the group. So by answering this question, I think I would like to address the point is, in the day one, when we created ByteDance company, I think we believe that the technology is the fundamental thing and the strategy that keeps us outstanding in the market, keeps currently our growth speed. So as the company, we really believe in that investing in technology eventually is going to be heavily impact and increase our overall growth. So that's why I think overall we in the last 13 years since we created, we invest tremendously in technology in terms of machine learning, AI, large language model, and different kind of capabilities. So what do we see? That I think if you see our platform like TikTok, right? We see that there's tremendous creative content, but from where the creator have so many creative content. I think one of the things we're really providing is we're providing a lot of using AI to creating a lot of creators tools to facilitate the user, the creator, to creating more innovative and engagement content. So even before large language model, we already, I think, having a lot of features inside. For example, we call a product called video create editor, which easily you can help you to add in your video from 5 minutes or 10 minutes into just 15 minutes with a lot of most exciting and most interesting part. As apart from that, also we have adding a lot of AR inside. So AR as one of the components, we already engaging with a lot of brands who want to do advertisement in TikTok to combine with overall the TikTok ads as well as in AR to creating more engagement part. Then back to I think our current case is how we balance between creativity and as well as I think the IP infringement. I think the point is, firstly, from our side, we embrace the technology. We embrace technology to really providing the overall capabilities. But in meanwhile, from the user platform perspective, we apply a lot of policy and rules and moderation operation methodology inside to make sure the content is compliant and with overall content policy. So one of the things is, for example, if the creator they're creating a video by using any of the AI tools. So generally, I think from our system, firstly we can identify whether it's AI generated or it's a pure authentic video, right? Secondly, also when they're trying to upload video, also trying to ask them to confirm whether they are using AI or not using AI tools. If they are using AI tools but without review it, I think if we found it, then it might be result in terms of we're gonna remove the content, right? The video content. As well, in terms of moderation, actually we heavily depends on two parts. One is from technology side. So in the day one, actually we starting with using the computer vision to identify the illegal or might be potential not compliant video as the first layer. Especially nowadays, I think especially the large language model, they can make our content moderation more accurate and more precise because the large language model can easily analyze and text analyze and analyze the overall the context of the video or different model. Can be video, voice, language. So by using language model is really really beneficial to really have more accuracy in terms of content moderation. Secondly, also we have our global moderation team, because we cannot fully depend on the AI. So we still have globally, we have different region, we have moderation team, a huge team to be the second layer to tracking the overall content to make sure the content, whatever be created by the users, is compliant with our rules and policies. So I think from different layers, in terms of using AI to have the content moderation by applying the rules, and also in terms of our moderation team to control the overall quality of the content. We apply different ways to really overall providing a very good environment, a healthy environment for the content ecosystem. And also, I think in terms of one last thing, also I think in terms of advertisement automation. Nowadays, I think in order to really encourage the creativity, we have also launched a product called TikTok plus the AIGC features, because I think what we see that a lot of brands, they really want to providing more innovative marketing activities. By adding an AIGC inside can really beneficial to the user engagement for the brand. But we make it very clear when we're having this kind of contract with the brands or our customer, we make it clear in terms of what is the terms and conditions that in terms of creating these AIGC tools. If this content is the data is provided by the brand or by the customer, so maybe these AIGC features the IP will belong to the brands, right? But if they didn't involve in terms of providing the data and also their own data on their brand exposures, so maybe these AIGC features will belongs to the original the platform it is. So I think we really need to see what's the case and what is the real scenarios when we're engaging with the users and with our customer in daily activities to identify what is the best way to really make sure that we encourage that people using AI to create to really maximize their creativity. But in one perspective, we make sure that from our internal policy and the regulatory perspective, to make sure that we are tracking the IP infringement and also overall the healthiness of the content. So I think this is going to be, from long-term perspective, it's going to be a challenging job, but I think we keep on irritating and keep on improving our overall engagement in the daily life. Yeah.
It's an absolutely very interesting topic, and I think we're going to see a lot of changes and updates in the next few years. Doctor, I think to conclude as a final question, how do you foresee copyright frameworks evolving to protect the authenticity and ownership of cultural heritage when AI can mimic historical voices or languages indistinguishably? I think maybe a simple answer will be like we have to check, like everything needs to be on paper to start with, but as we go on forward, how would that change?
Yeah, very interesting question, Hilal. And it's very also difficult to answer it. But let me put it this way, if I'll try to summarize it. So the best approach is first to document everything we do in the proper way according to the best practices and the policies that we have. So we, from also the National Library and Archives point of view, we started thinking about preserving the development of the cognitive technologies. So how to also archive the source code or the programming of the development of AI technologies, blockchain, etc. So this is one way. The other things that we also start thinking to start implementing also, because we are luckily here in the UAE, we have a good foundation in terms of enablers. We have good laws. I mean, one of the most comprehensive laws we have here in the country. In terms of technology, also infrastructure, we have, I guess, it's the state-of-the-art technologies we have in place. So, in short, if we can have different streams, making sure that the law are really in harmony, this is one. The second, trying to also align our policies, procedures to adopt, especially the way that we are treating and dealing with our data that we are creating, documenting the development of the technology, as we said, educating, because we need also to equip our employees to be able to run those, complicated machines and technologies. And the last thing is to keep this momentum. We need to make sure we have a full program, continuous improvement. And in short, I would say the archives, it is about the history, yet for the future.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I think we're out of time. I had one more question for you, but inshallah we'll leave it for the next session. So thank you guys very much. And yeah, thank you.